Hello and welcome back to the basement shooting bench at my gunsmithing shop. We're here today to talk about the Remington Model 798 bolt action. Recently did some work on the Model 700. I left one on the desk here so that you can see some of the primary differences between the 798s and the Model 700s. Before I get a million emails with questions, the weapon in the back is a Model 700 varmint laminate stock, or VLS, with an upgrade to a DM detachable magazine, and it is fitted with a Remington factory muzzle brake. It was sent back to the factory to be fitted with a detachable magazine and the muzzle brake. This particular weapon was made in the mid to late 90s. It sports a Miller 10x50 illuminated reticle mil-dot scope and is in a beautiful blued finish, and it is a fantastic weapon. The Harris bipod, by the way, is a Harris bipod. I got a lot of questions after I did my last video about what brand bipod I use. I use Harris bipods, unless the customer requests something else. The Model 798 that we're here to talk about today is essentially Remington's clone of the much earlier K98 Mauser actions. They are a claw extractor positive round feed action. This is a 798 in 300 Winchester Magnum. You can clearly see the claw extractor, positive round feed, and if I can get a decent angle on it, you can see the bolt face, where the rim of the bolt is actually held, or the rim of the cartridge is actually held by the extractor, and the bolt face is much more flush than the traditional Model 700 action. Let me open a traditional Model 700 action here and show you a traditional Model 700 action. Let's see. Traditional 700 action has a, I don't know if you can even see that, a recessed face. There you go. And the extractor is actually in the rim. There has been a lot of debate over the years about which extractor system is better. The reality of it is, I have never seen a Remington 700 extractor, which is a clip ring extractor inside that recess, break or fail to remove a cartridge that was not, let's call it, seriously damaged in the process of loading. I have seen claw extractors fail. They are as reliable most of the time. Most of the claw extractors that I have seen failed have been older claw extractors made of inferior steels or that have been in service too long. The Model 798 is kind of a throwback. Like I said, it's based on the K98 Action Mauser. This one in the front, this is a beautiful example of the safari rifle that they make. This one is 375 H&H Magnum. Some of the big notable differences between the 798 and the actual K98 Mauser is the safety. The safety on a 798 is going to be a thumb safety on the side here, as opposed to the true Mauser 98s, where it will be up on the back of the bolt. But you do have the exposed striker, and the bolt shroud is very similar to the original Mausers. This weapon also has some other very much Mauser-like features. We have the cross bolts that you'll see in most traditional military rifles for Mauser. Again, this is a safari rifle, so they've strengthened this stock significantly. The stock itself is actually a laminate. In this case, you can see the laminations in the edge, but I think they've done beautiful woodwork on this. It has a Remington mark on it, and again, this is a beautiful 375 H&H Magnum safari weapon. The scope, in case you're wondering, this is a Leopold Rifleman 3-9x40, not the most expensive scope in the world, but the customer that brought this in for the scope mounting, they use this primarily for shorter distances on large animals, and I think it's an excellent choice for them. Leopold optics are excellent optics. The Model 798s are drilled and tapped for scope rings. This one's also here for mounting. This one's getting a Carl Zeiss 3-9 with a Rapid Z reticle Conquest rifle scope, 40mm bell. This will be an excellent out west gun for the customer. The lower grades have no extra tip Obviously, the Safari weapon has a beautiful, beautiful tip to it. Stock style is very much traditional Remington, but it is an excellent control round feed action, and it is a throwback to history, and I think they're a fantastic weapon. Customer has agreed to let me fire the 375 H&H mag for this video, and I'll take that outside in a minute, and yeah, bruise my shoulder ever so slightly. Although I will admit they put an excellent recoil pad on this weapon, and of the 375 H&H mags I have fired over the years, these Remington Model 798s are not as bad as most of them. Thank you, and we'll see you on the range. Alright, welcome back to my range. This is our Remington Model 798 Safari Special 375 H&H Magnum. I'm here to show you how this shoots. Safety's on the side, as I mentioned earlier in the video. This is different from the traditional K98 housing that this action is based on. When you push it forward, there is a red dot to indicate the weapon is live. Bolt removal, this lever over here. If you want to slide the bolt out for cleaning purposes, you pull the lever back, the bolt slides right out. That also serves as your ejector. If you don't open the bolt all the way in this particular type of rifle, it will not eject around, just so you're aware of that. If you're panicking, that can be a big issue. Most people shouldn't be panicking, because you shouldn't be hunting something that's going to make you panic, but just because it comes up as a question every once in a while, yes, if you don't pull the bolt all the way back, it will not properly eject. The round that this fires, I get a lot of questions about how big this round is. This is the 375 H&H Magnum round that this fires. This is a 300 grain dangerous game round. For comparison, this is the 223 Remington round, which is also very, very close in size to the 5.56 NATO. They're interchangeable within a weapon, but there are some slight differences between 5.56 and 223 Remington. We're going to load a couple of rounds up here, and I'm going to shoot this big boy. I do want to, again, safety reminder, hearing protection and eye protection at all times. Safety off until you're ready to shoot. Always point your gun in a safe direction, and remember, once you pull the trigger, you can't recall a bullet. So here we go. Safety off, finger off the trigger until I'm ready to shoot. As you can see, it kicks quite a bit, and the round doesn't eject until I hit that ejector at the back. And there you have it. Thank you.